Love you. I've had it with all of you.
All right. That's good.
My phone.
Oh, it's over there before you come back down here and drive me crazy. Take everything. Check everything. You're worse than George.
I'm worse than George.
Come on, Terry. Come on. Just get the phone and
I
we'll
can't
dirt
find
you.
it. If I come back, I come back.
Okay.
Do you want me to call you?
Don't get her started, please. Let her go upstairs already. I almost got rid of her. Now you want to play phone games.
I thought you were looking for it.
You're another fucking genius. I'm trying to get rid of these people. And you want to keep them there. You know, what doctor did you go to? What? He just had a foot in the fucking car. Why are you bothering these people?
Because, I don't know, you're trying to be helpful.
Well, listen, you want to be helpful, join a convent. Go to fucking Saigon and be volunteer and dig trenches or something. That's what you do if you want to be helpful. But some of these people, just mind your business. What do you care in reality? You know what I'm saying? What are you scratching your nose for? You hope?
I must be. Jesus Christ.
What's going on, brother?
Already. It's good to see you, buddy.
You know, everything else is good except for my ankle.
So, do you want to tell the story?
No. I want to get the party started. Let's flow with the, let's do this shit. Get the fucking music out. Let's get the yelling and screaming. Let's stab people. It's fucking Tuesday morning.
Let's go.
What's happening, you savages? It's Tuesday, the 14th of November. Listen, if you want to get it on, you're going to have to get it up, all right? And BlueChew can help you. Joey, it's a Tuesday morning. Why are you starting with this? Because listen, it's the holiday season. You want to get Santa Claus ready to give out yum-yums. Listen, for you people who don't know, BlueChew, it's an online service that delivers ED medication right to your door. It's got the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra at a fraction of the cost. How much do I love BlueChew? Tremendously, and I'll tell you why. It's easy to sign up. It's convenient. They come individually wrapped in a little package. You put it on your wallet. By the time you use it, it's probably melted, but who cares? You swallow that thing, and within minutes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah. Like I said, you're like Santa Claus, giving out yum-yums. I love BlueChew because it's easy to get started. Sign up at BlueChew.com and tell one of their licensed medical providers about what's going on with you. And once you get approved, bang, you get your prescription in a few days. Just like that, everything is done online, so you can skip all the waiting in the doctor's office and stupid questions and insurance information. We don't need that in our lives. And it gets delivered right to your door. Nobody knows nothing, not even the mailman. BlueChew wants to help you have better sex. It's the holiday season. Who doesn't want to sling dick with three hands? Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and then do it. Yeah! As a special deal for check-in listeners, get ready for this. Try BlueChew free. Joey, it's Tuesday morning. Don't bust my chop. It's for free, Jack. BlueChew free when you use promo code Joey, Joey at checkout. Just pay the fin. That's $5 for shipping. That's it. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Joey to receive your first month free. And nobody knows nothing, not even the mailman. All right. You ready for this one? Babbel. I love these people. Como está? Stop wasting your time. Other language learning apps are basically just games and teach you nothing. If you want to be fluent in a new language, you got to use Babbel. Babbel. Why? Number one, you should know another language. It just makes you smarter. It makes you more analytical. You learn, and Babbel's 10-minute lessons will get you speaking a whole new language in just 3 weeks. Como fue? No sé decirte. Como fue? Da, 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 da. You too could be singing some Benny Murray. It's tremendous. It's easy to sign up. Babbel's tips and tools are accessible, approachable, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. That's tremendous right there. Studies even show that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to an entire semester of college language course. Here's a special limited time deal for you guys. The check-in listeners, we're going to get you started right now. Get ready for this? 55% off, not half off, 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for check-in listeners. When you download Babbel and use code Joey, Joey, that's 55. Who gives you 55% off? Babbel.com/Joey, spelled Babbel, Babbel.com/Joey. Rules and restrictions apply. And, oh my God, look at this. Guess who came out for the holidays? Liquid IV. Oh my God, guys, you got to taste the sugar-free peach. Forget about it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You're going to be putting food in your mouth between the travel and hosting the family dinner and shopping. Guess what? You got to keep yourself hydrated with Liquid IV, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. No matter when you're up to it, Liquid IV will keep you hydrated. Liquid IV hydrates twice as fast as regular water alone. Twice as fast. Liquid IV is now available in 3 sugar-free flavors. You ready? White peach, tremendous. Green grape, tremendous. Lemon lime, I haven't tried it yet. With no artificial sweeteners in it, just got an amazing flavor without the gross bitter aftertaste. Listen, you guys know me. I love Liquid IV. I drink it every day in the morning to get the party started, to take the malukia juice out of my head, and it works perfectly. You know why? It's gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. It has no GMOs. Liquid IV is an amazing addition to your hydration routine, whatever it may be. So do me a favor. Grab your Liquid IV hydration multiplier, sugar-free, in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Joey. Listen, this is 20% off Liquid IV. Trust me, this is gold. That's 20% off anything you order. When you shop Better Hydration today, use promo code Joey at liquidiv.com. Enough. Joey, hit me with the show, baby boy.
Turn off your TVs, run for your lives. It's over. They didn't put you on this planet just to give up. If Uncle Joey could do it, I could rule the world. That's what you got to be thinking. Welcome back to
Illinois, Tuesday morning. Let's do this shit for these people. It's getting to the tough time of the year. Thanksgiving's coming. Then fucking the holidays are coming. People are going to be jumping up and down. Then one of these momos is going to drop a bomb. You know, somewhere there's going to be something like on December 12th. Isn't there another Jewish holiday coming up?
There's Hanukkah coming up.
What is that?
I'm a bad Jew. I don't know. It's coming up soon, though. It's like early December.
Or early September. I'm talking about what's coming up now in November.
No, I said early December.
All right, so right there, they're going to try to mess up motherfucking Hanukkah. It would be the obvious. Listen, I'm no fucking war guy on CNN. What do I know? I'm a fucking felon. You know what I'm saying? Drop that mic, B. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know nothing. I'm just giving you my opinion. This, anything can happen right now. So before you go spending for that stereo, putting on a layaway, you better hold on to that Gitas to the 24th. God, they still got it when you get down there at 6:01, looking like you lost your puppy and shit. Tell me they still got the stereo. My girlfriend really wanted it. I'll take the floor model. It's missing a needle. I don't give a fuck. I'll sing tonight and get the needle in 2 days. What do I care? Like, I like Christmas, but I hate the bullshit about Christmas. Like,
Why?
I stopped going to supermarkets after December 1st. Because I can't. Because it just, I don't know. I don't like that Christmas. Dun, da, ga, ding, dun, da, when you walk into a store, everybody's walking around. Like,
You mean the radio?
What's that?
What are you talking about? You don't like the radio?
The radio, it's always pre-programmed fucking mishmash that they play a weekly rate for over the holidays. So as soon as you walk in there, it's Christmas, 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 and then it's bing, bada, boom, bum, bada, bing, 30% off, 80% off. You motherfuckers, now go fuck yourself. All right, next. I needed that in my fucking world. Yeah, so it's kind of weird how, I don't know. I hate that time. I love Christmas. Like I love fucking the week before Christmas when it's really just over. It's okay to be retarded. Like you have a legal license to be a fucking momo. You get drunk. You could do this. You could do that. You know, but, you know, who gives a fuck? I don't know what I'm talking about. I smoked that weed.
You said you like the week before Christmas.
Yeah, the week before Christmas, it's all right to be a fucking half-a-struts. You could walk around, drink, you know, fall on the floor.
But I'm
going to give you an early advisory right now.
Okay.
And it happened to me 2 years in a row. After the fucking 15th this year, don't sign up for dick. Don't sign up for go to an open mic. Be real prepared. Don't get too close to people because people forget COVID's still out there. And with your luck, you're going to get it on the 23rd. And then you can't go to grandma's and eat lasagna and whatever other shit she's eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get it last year, but the year before I got it. And I think the year before I got ruined. Fucking something happened to Christmas before. So
the planes scare me a little bit. That's like the only time I'm like, ooh, because I've gotten on planes both times.
It's not even the plane. It's not even the plane as much as the airport. Probably. I think it's just a lot of people at the airport. You're in small spaces for a long public. Who gives a fuck? We all know that. If you're gonna fly out the holidays, bring a helmet and bring Vaseline. That's all I got to tell you. You're gonna get stuck somewhere. You might as well be prepared to beg the dude behind the counter. Listen, I gotta get home. I'll give you my asshole. I'm out of money. You know, I lost that at grandma's house. You gotta get home. What, you know, I always hated traveling over the holidays.
Just because of how busy it is?
Yes. Especially being at a big airport and shit. If these motherfuckers don't stop, I swear to God, I'm gonna choke to death. I really am. I don't even know who the fuck it is. I can't tell. But they gotta fucking stop, these people. And now they want to text me. You stupid motherfuckers. If I hear one more thing, I'm gonna stop the podcast and call them and tell them both. You fuck. I texted you a half hour ago. I sent you that fucking thing. And now I start the podcast. And now is when you get a fucking itch to call Uncle Joey. I tell you, this happens all the fucking time. I told you that. I am the worst. Nobody will call all fucking day. And then I'll get 5 phone calls in a row from 5 people I don't want to hear from. And it's in a row. Like you don't even put the phone back in your pocket. And all of a sudden you see your fucking shaking. Because I'm like, who the fuck is this? Before I had some guy call me, nice guy, I love him to death. I always talk to him. But then I hung up with him. Then he called me back. Like I had to go back in my pocket. What? I forgot to tell you, if you're a fan, what are you bothering me for? Listen, I'm done with the conversation. We'll talk tomorrow. Call me tomorrow. Right? I don't have that no more. I'm old. I don't have that shit. Once we get off the phone, call me tomorrow. We'll start a new conversation tomorrow. Ooh.
Do you remember? Because I remember, like, when we met, then you gave me your number, and you're like, I'll call you. And I got waited for it. And then we talked for like 2-3 minutes, which is meant a lot for you. But then you said, like I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you later. And that's like it for probably a day. Like you're like, I'll call you. No, that's what it is. I'll call you right back. Like, I think you might start talking too much. You're like, listen, I'll call you right back. And then it's like, not like a timeout, but like,
listen, it's 8:00. It's late. I got 600-700 milligrams. You want to call me and put me on jeopardy? It's not going to work out. You know, I'm going to tell you whatever I'm going to tell you to get you off the phone. anything. Yeah, I'll do your play. Can you roller skate? Absolutely. You know, anything to get you off the phone because they always call me when I just sat down to watch something with my wife. They want to call me at 9:20 with, hey man, are you available December 8th? For what? I got a game, a bingo game. Hey, listen, call me tomorrow between 9 and 12 business hours. It used to be 9 to 5. I got cut them down to 9 to 12. Leave a message and we'll get back to you. You go to the gym. Nobody calls you all day. Walk into the gym. All of a sudden, it's like you're that girl that gives blowjobs in high school. My phone don't stop ringing. Everybody wants to give me flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I get on the bike, right? And
Right.
I put the earphones on, and then I have to go I got to put my pants in, my fucking phone in my
I
pants.
can't breathe.
Okay, I got to put my phone in my pants, and I program on Apple. Now, if you know anything about me, it took me about 3 months to figure out how to put the music on Apple. Like I knew I had Apple, but I kept using the same album my wife downloaded 18 years ago. I didn't know how to figure out Apple. You know how I figured it out? It just came on one earphone. And I'm like, what happened there? Like, it just surprised me. I put the earphones next to the fucking phone in the car. And all of a sudden, the fucking thing started playing music. And I'm like, okay, I got this. So I say about my trials and tribulations. So listen, I wake up in the morning, I have breakfast. My daughter gets on the bus. I kiss her goodbye. I wave at the other kids. Have a good day. The whole fucking deal. I come in. I come back downstairs. I make my notes for the day. I wash my monkey, a couple bong hits to get the wings. I'm not just going to go to the gym at 9:30 on pure excitement. I need some bong hits to get the motivation going. I make a liquid IV drink.
Okay.
I put some colostrum in it, and I fucking go to the gym. And guess what, Lee? That's my 30 minutes. That's my first 30 minutes of doing anything. So I figured out, if you talk to me and I take the earphones off, now the earphones don't come back on.
Oh,
Because
and that must.
some guy wants to come over and ask me, did you watch the game last night? No, I didn't. And I don't give a fuck. Say, why you bothering me for? I got the earphones on. Why are you fucking saying something to me? You know I'm a retard. Why are you speaking to me this way? They come over, and then finally I figured out after another 2 months how to just put the earphones back on, and then they land, and you hear boom, and also the music. Now, if somebody calls me, some fucking Momo calls me, I could tell, because all of a sudden when fucking, David Gilmour is going to go into a guitar solo, that's when you call me, not you, I'm saying some fucking Momo call me,
Right.
and the phone shuts off. The fucking music shuts off. And all of a sudden I look at who's calling. I don't want to talk to you, but I got to wait. I got to wait for the fucking phone to stop ringing for me to get back in my tune. So you just put into 20 seconds of my fucking bike ride for something. And now I get 4 of them in 30. I'll get 5 of them in 30 minutes. After I get off that bike, that phone's like a ghost town. Nobody calls again. So, whatever the fuck. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. People always fucking, they know they got a camera to irritate me. There's a service, how to irritate Joey. And you sit up and you see me doing something that matters to me, and that's when you want to fucking call me or text me. When I'm just sitting there scratching my balls, begging for somebody to call. You ever sit there going, I wish somebody called? You ever had those situations where somebody's giving you an ear beating and you're looking at your phone going, please, how come these idiots don't call now? How come these fucking
Absolutely.
And then the guy walks away, and then they start calling you. And you're like, what? I can't win. I don't need you now. Now I'm definitely not going to pick up the phone. It's easy being cheesy.
It's good to see you.
Apple, zero sugar for the people who fucking emailed me. Joey,
What are they mad about you?
Because I drank Snapple. Yeah, Snapple's zero sugar. If you look at my wastebasket here, I got 22 waters. So at night after dinner, I like to let go a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with a Snapple Zero? I could see if I was drinking 22 fucking vodkas and calling Bert on the phone and breathing heavy. You know what I'm saying?
What flavor?
You know me, 0 sugar Snapple lemon tea. Yeah, I know it's got chemicals in it, but guess what? I live in Jersey. So your little chemical conspiracy, that ship sailed. I grew up in Jersey. I breathed every fucking psychological. Come on, give me a fucking breather, guys. Yeah, but they use, goat's blood. Okay, but it tastes good. They con me.
It is good. I fucking live on that shit.
You
I
want to
couldn't
know
live
what
without.
happened? So I had a hell of a week last week.
Yeah.
You people who want to know how come I haven't been on social media? Because I can't get to it. All right, let me tell you what happened. Wednesday, I went for the stress test. And that went okay, believe it or not. That wasn't bad. The needle in the arm, they don't stick a needle in you now. They stick a fucking plastic thing so you can play the drums while you got the intravenous thing in your arm. So
What are you talking about?
the intravenous stuff, the IV you put in your arm isn't a needle. It's a plastic thing and it's bendable. Boom, the little Spanish kid put it in. Adrian, great fucking guy over at Center State. Then they took me to another room and they fucking sat me down first. And they asked me a bunch of creepy questions. They ask you these questions like I know them. Like, what medication are you on? Listen, I have no idea. If you don't see my wife here, don't even bother. Check the IV. That's all you got. I'm like a prisoner of war. I don't know nothing, and I don't want to know nothing. They start right. You on this? Are you on that? Sure. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm on. I take fucking 7 pills in the morning and 5 at night. I don't know what I'm on. Clonidine, this, that, so. Then they put
You
you
have
on
no
a
idea?
No, they put you on a treadmill and they shoot some ink into you that's got
Ooh.
like speed in it, Lee, and you think you're gonna fucking die. Like I've done it before, so I was mentally prepared this time. Like I got up early that morning, and you can't eat before you go in there. So whenever I can't eat, I don't trust it. It's a 50-50 chance that I'm gonna fucking go down like a fucking bad habit, right? So I go in there. It's 8:30. They're fucking quick. They got me right in there. They sat me down. Put the thing in my arm. Obviously, I take my earphones with me so I don't hear the needle or the rubber or whatever the fuck they're doing. And then they put me in another room and they put you on a treadmill, Lee. And then they fucking, while you're on the treadmill, they shoot you with some like liquid adrenaline, like speed to get you to see how much you could handle. It's a stress test. Whew, my little chubby heart. I got flashbacks of 87. It was fucking. I tell them to turn it off. Turn it off. I had a tap, and they were like, "Are you okay, Mr. Diaz?" Yeah, I'm okay. I sat down. They gave me a Coca-Cola because the
What did
sugar.
you have to tap?
Huh?
Why did you tap out?
Because they put the fucking. I was okay on Flatland, but once they started playing with the fucking directions and shit up and down, playing with my emotions, that's what I thought I was gonna fall. So I started panicking about that at 8 in the morning. I got no coffee in me. So they sat me down, they gave me some Coke, and then they did something else. They did, I had to lay down and do pictures of my heart and shit. And they kicked me out of there. I went in at 8:30 and I walked out of there at 20 to 12. So I was straight as a dog, right? So I was like, damn, I didn't faint. But the next day I had PRP. Thursday, PRP, so they take your blood out, and then they mix it with some fucking chemicals and a bunch of malukia juice, and then they shoot it into the location that hurts. So I did it on the one side of the knee, but now I could feel the inside of the knee starting to go. So I went to the doctor, and he's like, "Listen, Joe, you got a couple options, but try the PRP again. Insurance don't cover it, but it works for a lot of people, and it did work for me. But on the left side of my knee, I had to double check what hand I was putting out. You know what I'm saying? When you eat over 5 edibles, you don't know what hand you're putting out. So you put this hand up like for a Boy Scout. Next thing you know, so, So the PRP is at 3:15 in the afternoon. That gives me a chance to smoke dope, fucking eat breakfast, eat lunch. I was going to go to the gym that morning, but I had my daughter last week. Kids were off. And my wife had to go to a banquet in the morning, like a breakfast meeting thing till 12. So I had my daughter. I just took her shopping, whatever we needed to do. And then in the afternoon, I went to PRP. I went in there with my speakers on. I went over to Apex. My dog over there, right? Dr. Severino. Good dude. I've been to him before. You don't faint. Nothing like that happens to you. So I laid back. What arm do you want at? I go time out with the right arm. They just shot me in there with a fucking plastic tube yesterday. We got to switch governments and shoot it over to the left arm, right? So I put on my usual anthem. When I draw blood, I put on Santana. Oye, como va. I'm one of those dudes. I put it on from the beginning. By the time he's taking the rubber band off my arm and opening my hand and inserting the needle, it's already going. So I feel a little prick of the needle, and then I breathe it out. And they put my arm up, and I'm like, that didn't hurt at all. I could be strictly honest with you. But this one was different. They stuck the needle in my arm, and Lee, a fucking minute went by. Now I'm going, holy shit, I've grown up a lot. Because 30 years ago, after 10 seconds, I go down. I start thinking about it. Lee.
So the needle was still in your arm?
For fucking a whole minute while they were drawing blood.
Fuck no.
Yeah, they're drawing, I don't know how many cc's. You're there for a little while, dog. And finally we hit like 2 minutes. I'm 2 minutes into this song. Trust me, I've heard this song 10,000 fucking times. And it's at the 2 minute mark. And I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I haven't fainted yet. And I didn't even finish thinking that. And he taps me and he goes, how you doing? And I go, not bad. And he goes, 5 more seconds. And then he took it out, put my arm up. I took the earphones off. Obviously it turns off, right? And I'm talking to him. And brother, the next thing you know, the room started getting hot in a motherfucker. I felt like Nelly. And that's why you got to take your clothes off, whatever that song is. It was hot. Here, yeah. It was hot in there to the point where I had to lay back. And I started sliding off the chair. It got hot out of control. I started seeing spots around my eyes. And then I said to him, Doc, can you bring a fucking ice pack for me? And he brought it immediately. And I could feel him put hard ice on my neck. And within fucking 30 seconds, it was water. Then he put one on my chest and one on my fucking head in the front. And all of them melted within fucking 30 seconds, dog. Hysterical. I drank.
Why do you think you got so hot? Just from
my blood pressure dropped.
And you got hot.
But dog, I made it without fainting. I made it without complaining. I grew up a lot. I'm 60. By this point, hopefully you can do something right. You know what I'm saying? So now I leave that joint. I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant. They're good people. I'm sitting here at home. I come home just to make sure I'm okay. My knee's fine. By the way, bro, that's the easiest procedure you'll ever do.
Which is what? Which one?
The one at Apex. This is my second test. Yeah. There's anybody who's been listening to me for a while, my dear friends, they all know I'm not comfortable around needles. There's something about fucking needles I just don't feel comfortable around. I drive myself down there, guys. That's like me driving myself to get shot in my world. Okay? Me going to the doctor to put any type of needle in me. In my head, me driving myself to get in front of a fucking firing squad. Like I already go in there feeling fucking gloomy. My stomach hurts. And then you read that book and you know it's called Resistance. Resistance just doesn't go against you and you're creative. It'll go against your health. There's people that'll die before they go to the fucking doctor. Now, I'm not fucking, friendly with the doctors, but you got to go in there and talk to people from time to time and check things out. And yeah, I'm very lucky. I didn't go to the doctor from the time I was 18 till like 30 something. I didn't get a physical till I moved to LA. So
it's something that like I struggle with because like I lost a good amount of weight. I put like 20 pounds back on, unfortunately. But I did you ever get to the point where like you didn't? My whole thing was I don't want to go until I'm under a certain number. Like, do
Going,
you have any like? Is that part of like? Did your weight go into you not want to go to the doctor?
there was a point where, like most people, you're just embarrassed. Who wants to go in front of a doctor when the last time you went in there, you were 260 and now you're 315? And that happens a lot, Lee. And in that process, you get diabetes. You might get a blood clot in your leg. You might, so it's worth it. Like, I didn't go to the doctor for a long time, man. And knock on wood, I don't know. But once I started going to the doctor, I think it felt a lot better on my fucking scope, like that I'm going to the doctor. I'm doing something for myself. For a couple of years, then my wife had to drive me, because she knew I would make a U-turn and cancel the appointment. That's who I am. I'd cancel an appointment before going to take care of myself. And then once I got the hang of it, I didn't start fainting. I go to the dentist now. I drive myself to the dentist. People going, Joey, you're a grown man. What do you mean you're drunk? Doug, I got problems. I don't want to go. Who wants to go get stabbed in the fucking mouth? I'd rather put a false tooth in with Scotch tape and leave me the fuck alone. We'll figure it the fuck out. But again, you can die from all that shit, And when you're out there doing drugs and drinking and fucking around a lot of people, when you're young, you're invincible. But at one point, that shit takes a toll, and it could be 35, it could be 42, or it could be 29. You just don't know. And you've broken the fucking barrier of booze. So now I come home, I fucking hang out, and then I go to this deli that you and I both visit. I had a sandwich there. In fact, I couldn't eat the whole sandwich. I had a half the sandwich. I didn't eat the coleslaw, and I had a half a sandwich. Oh, a cup of soup. That's all I could do. Like, from fainting, I guess I was still not really hungry, but I just wanted to eat something so I wouldn't be hungry at 10:15 at night. And then I start panicking for reals. So I get up and, I've been there 200 times in 3 years. It's one of my favorite delis. I was looking down, but it's usually where the customers walk out. And when I went to make the right turn, my foot got caught on like a couple mats and stuff like that. And I went down and dog, I was fucking out of it for a minute. Like I kept it together. The Mexican came over. He's like, we put the mats down. And I'm like, I had a half sandwich on the floor. I didn't even go for it. I just got up, limped out of there. I walked out. I got in the car and I drove home, still probably in shock. I came home and I chilled. And about an hour later, my legs started hurting. And then about an hour later, my wife came home with Mercy. They were doing something and fucking my wife goes, let me see it. And she's like, Joey, this thing's starting to swell up. And that night I did not sleep at all. At all. I finally got out of bed at 6 and I just went to the living room. And one of the girls who was staying here that night, the mom texts me and she goes, how'd the night go? And I go, great. And she goes, I could see you're up early. And I go, yeah, I'm always up, early in the morning. And she goes, how was your night? And I go, I fucking fell last night. I thought I ripped my Achilles tendon because my leg got really fucking hard in the middle of the night. Like I couldn't even go to the bathroom. Like it was real, guy. So she made a call for me because she just had Achilles surgery and they got me in there. Thank God. It's just some tendons that I stretched and a fucking few muscles. And dog, I don't wish the pain on anybody, especially when I stand on it. So I'm pretty much sitting here for 3 days like a swami with no salami. I'm pissing in a fucking bottle because the pain pills they gave me, I haven't taken a shit, so I'm backed up. I started eating antibiotics and I've been farts that smell like Newark, so it's coming out at any time now. I'm gonna have to crawl to the bathroom like fucking Lazarus just to take a fucking shit and come back. Dog, I cannot step on it. I cannot step on it. Like that's scary. That's a scary time in your life when I can't fucking step on it. If there's a fire, I'm getting lit up. I ain't going nowhere. You got to drag me out of here.
Jesus Christ! Why do you think there's gonna be a fire in there? There's not gonna be a fire.
This is how you have to think. That's why when I
No,
see
you
people,
don't. That's anxiety.
think. No, it's not anxiety. It's planning ahead. It's like when I see people and they're at a fucking bar and they got flip flops on. What if a fight breaks out and somebody steps on your foot? You lose your flip flop and you get a beating because you lost your flip flop. Now you got to walk home without a flip flop and a black eye. Who wants to live like that? Do you? So you plan ahead. You're gonna go to a bar. You wear some combat boots, bitches. Shit gets down. You're fucking sidekicking motherfuckers, even though you don't know karate. It might save your fucking life, knucklehead. What do you think you're dealing with, Joey Bananas? I'm just trying to drop it on you while it's hot.
I haven't been able to have flip flops for like over a decade now.
And tonight I did eat 3 ABXs, but I mixed them with D's.
What are those? Other way.
These lit milk chocolate. See the milligrams.
I can't.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Tell the people.
I'm blind as a bat.
The whole bar is $2,500.
Jesus Christ.
Uchis, muchas, dominuchas. Boom, you get 16 pieces. So do the math real quick. You're an accountant.
I am an accountant.
Boom, let's do it.
16 pieces?
No, 16.
156 and a quarter.
Piece, right?
Yeah.
So right here you got 156 times 4.
625.
Salud. It's Tuesday morning. You know what I'm saying? Get your life together, boys and girls. It's getting real out there. You ain't got time to think and procrastinate. This is it. I got to adjust this. All you can see is my big nose. All right. Whatever. That'll work.
That works, buddy. Oh,
and now for a word from our sponsor. Hey, let's take a break from the check-in. Listen, there's really a lot to be thankful for this year. But DraftKings seriously tops the list. I'll tell you why. DraftKings Sportsbook is keeping your Thanksgiving week filled with action. New customers can bet just $5 on the NFL action to score 150 instantly in bonus bets. Did you hear what I just said to you? New customers can bet just $5 on NFL action to score 150 instantly in bonus bets. Whatever you're into, money lines, parlays, prop bets, live bets. Listen, DraftKings has it all. He's like Ted Nugent in 79. Ups, downs, gorilla biscuits, whatever you need. Uncle Ted had it. Anyway, listen, get a little extra pocket change this year for that Black Friday shopping with DraftKings. You know me, guys. I love DraftKings. Whether it's the sport book or casino, I rock both of those things. So do yourself a favor. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook right now and press in code Joey, Joey. Listen, let's stop the charade here. You messed around with the rest. It's time to come with Uncle Joey to DraftKings. Do yourself a favor. DraftKings is the official sportsbook and sports betting partner of the NFL with code Joey. Again, new customers can bet $5 on the NFL Thanksgiving action to score 150 instantly in bonus bets. $5, guys. The crown will be yours. You'll have a good Thanksgiving. Everybody jumps up and down. Now, if you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPE New York 467-369. If you're okay, you got yourself in check, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, press in code Joey, and let's get the party started. Get your $5, get 150 in bets, and play a little Wheel of Fortune. I love you guys. And now, back to the show. We're back, you fucking savages. The chocolate was delicious. And now we're here. Lee, what's going on with you? What are you drinking water for?
Because I'm thirsty.
Another 600. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus
With
Christ.
no training. Well, I trained this weekend because I had no choice. I had the pain in my leg. So the first night I tried to be a Boy Scout and not take the edibles. I broke down on Friday night and I popped like 800. And you know what? Here's what's crazy. they sell marijuana as this. It helps with anxiety. It helps you sleep. It releases pain. It relieves pain. You read these things and you go, I don't know. I don't fucking know. And then you get a toothache. And there's no pain medication. You're taking Tylenol, Advil, Aleve. Nothing's working. You're on your third day. And one night you just wake up and you're frustrated. You smoke some reefer. You see what happens. You're going to put the joint away, wake up and say, fucking Joey's a jerk off. Then you're going to get iced. You're going to put it on your face and lay there and put the TV on and watch the news. And next thing you know, you're going to realize you don't hurt because it took your mind away from it. That's what it does. It takes your mind away from the pain. And listen, you're still going to have pain, but you're even going to go, holy shit, my pain went away for 20 minutes. That's fucking weird. And as much as you don't want to say, well, it must have been the comfort sauce my grandmother brought from Poland, just, because I tell you, I don't believe that statement.
What statement?
But, I got my medical marijuana license the first time on an anxiety, no sleep basis. Do I get anxiety? Yes. And my biggest one is sleep. But for years, I always smoked in the morning and then never throughout the day. And then at night, so I would get really double blasted and I could fall asleep. It would be like eating an edible for me back then. But, 50 years, shit's going to happen to the lungs and your body adjusts to different things. And now, I live with that. So what up with you? How's comedy, dog? Enough about me. What the fuck you been? How many shows you do last week?
I did a lot. I did probably 8 to 10.
Listen, when I talk to you on Tuesdays, I want a number. You should always, what did we discuss last week?
I did
want
say
a
that.
card, your t-shirt, with how many sets you did and broke them down at all times.
8.
Like, if you come to my country, I'm going to check your credentials. What'd you do last week? I did 9 spots. I ate 3 dicks. One of them was weird. They didn't speak English. Wait till you get tired for one of those.
I had a non-English speaking crowd?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've done that.
But they always throw a decoy at you. They throw the 2 white cousins, and one of them is probably a hot chick. And that's how they sell you on going in there. And then you get in there, and it's always a surprise. As you're walking through the doors to get there, you get that certain scent. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here. And then you go back there, you're throwing your A material, and they're all looking at you weird. You get the check as you're walking out. You're like, what happened? They're like, oh, they don't speak English. Then why'd you bring me here? I just went up there. I could have gone up there, played a kazoo, and they would have liked it more than me just going up. Have you gotten the kazoo yet, Doug?
No. What do you mean a kazoo? You want me to get a kazoo in case I start bombing? You want me to just...
And you should go on stage when a joke bombs. Hit the kazoo one time. If you die with 4 jokes, you hit the kazoo 4 times. Ba-boom.
Somehow I don't think that people are going to like that.
Yeah, who knows? You got to try everything for a while. You're just buying time till you become one of the biggest comedy stars in the world. So this is when you experiment.
I'm going to have the kazoo every time I bomb?
Like, I remember early on, like my 2nd, 3rd year, I was bombing, especially at that place as a host. I was just going up there to bomb.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had to sit there during the feature act and the headliner with a straight face like nothing happened. Like, I don't drink, but right off I got on stage, I'd be drinking like double fucking rum and cokes and shit. Like, I don't even know what I drank back then. But, it was, I had to figure out how to be better than the earlier week. And I still remember, as corny as it is, putting on a Madonna thing, like the Vogue video with the cones. I actually dug that down and dirty and put the cones on one time in like 93. I mean, it doesn't count now. It's not on record. But I'm telling you the truth. I don't know the stupid shit I did. But for a couple of weeks, I had to improvise because it was the same audience, Lee. It was $15 to get in, and you got a prime rib with a baked potato and a free bowl of shrimp. So they went to watch the comedy, and I would
But they
say,
didn't really want to watch comedy.
no, they went there for the fucking $15 steak. If you pay for the steak, you got a free comedy ticket.
Right.
So that was the hang, that you stayed for the thing. You know how many times you couldn't even get them to look up?
I've done those, yeah. That's
They're
crazy.
eating. They're eating. And that prime rib, honest to God, was a lot better than I was back then. And they would eat right in front of you. And then I remember going home and going, I get it. I'm not going to get laughs. I'm going to get these savages to just look at me. And that's how I started. I just broke it down into different levels. I was there for 2 years, man. And listen, when I got out of there, I was still a shitty comic, but I had a good understanding of what was going on because I worked with national headliners every week. They weren't the best national headliners, but I worked with a lot of people I caught up with years later in LA, and I go, oh my God, we worked at the Broker in 92. Oh shit, that's right. So it's kind of weird, you know. So you never know.
But the host is crazy. Like I got asked to feature randomly, or out of the blue, on Friday, and I had like probably, like I told you, like I felt like I was bombing in front of like managers or like bookers, and I did so well. Like they came over and hugged me. Like I had probably one of the best sets of my time doing stand up.
And I could hear when you spoke to me that night that you were very happy.
Oh, it just everything went well, and like it just, well, you know what this weekend showed me was how important the audience is, just, but like not like how they can change things, but and then Saturday, I went to host, and the same material, just like they were just they were smiling, like they were happy, but they just didn't. I would just say things that 24 hours earlier was getting hugs, and then they were just like not even at all. The hosting part is so foreign to me. I feel like I've been doing pretty well as a stand-up, but I'm not doing a great job as a host.
Okay, you got to tackle your fears. You got to tackle the shit that you're having a hard time with. Like I said, anybody could feature, anybody could headline real quick. You see how it happens. And then they become headliners in your area, and that's what they do the rest of their lives. And I don't know. I was always very, I don't know what the word is, noble or whatever, that I thought that I had to become. Then it was, listen, featuring on Tuesday nights for me at that place. After like 2 years, I got it down. But then I went on the road as an MC. MCing at the Boulder Broker.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I didn't kill every week, but towards the end, I knew how to work the room a lot better than when I walked in there. But the true test was going on the road as an MC and learning the business side of it. And that's a side right there that kills most people.
Like the announcements you have to make?
Huh?
Like the announcements you have to make? Like, what do you mean the business side of it?
Welcome. You come up on stage, okay? What's going on? My name is Lisa. Yeah, I'm Jewish. I get it. Blah, blah, blah. You do your 30 minutes, you get the fuck off stage. Okay? By the I don't know, 60 seconds, they know if they like you or they don't. Okay? Like anything else in life. Now you're coming up going, welcome to fucking Syatt's Comedy Club. My name is Pete Patello. Welcome to our show. We got a great headliner for you tonight. Joe Rogan's in the house. Your feature act, Joey Diaz. And we're going to have a great show. Don't forget the special of the night tonight is the Burning Asshole. If you buy one, you get one free. Now you got to write it. I don't even know if it's Burning Asshole. It could be a Greyhound. It could be a Martini. But you just went from becoming a comic to kind of becoming a salesman. And then you do 4 minutes of material, and you'll get a light And the guy goes, and don't forget, coming next week is Chris D'Elia, and then the week after, and that's great. I want you to learn how to go. Coming next week, the great Chris D'Elia, and the week after that, fucking Whitney Cummings is coming. Whatever. There's comedy club owners that'll make you read the whole fucking calendar from September 24th all the way. And don't forget, the host of the morning show will be here on New Year's Eve doing his thing. And you actually have to go up there and go, New Year's Eve. Dog, it just took you away for 3 minutes of your 15 fucking minutes. You just had to talk about the schedule, who's going to be there, and the 2-drink minimum. And now you got to go back to your material. It takes fucking Houdini to do that. You're not going to walk off the street and just do that like that. Yeah, you might pull it off 1 or maybe 2 times, but eventually you're going to catch up with it and you're going to fucking struggle until you know how to balance it. It took me years to become a host. And once I became a feature act, I still missed it. Even in Seattle, I still kept like Joey Diaz on Wednesday nights. We'd do Joey Diaz and his Flying Mambos. And it was always Brody, Josh. And then Tuesday night, it was an open mic. Monday night was something. And Thursday night, if the headliner was only working Friday and Saturday, it was Brody's show, God rest his soul. And it was fucking me, Josh Wolf, the same thing. We only rotated. I did those. Yeah, I did it for the small 50. But I did those because somewhere in me, I wanted to learn how to host. And I still remember going to the Comedy Store years later. Now it was a feature on the road. The Comedy Store has 15-minute spots. And one day, like after I was there, like, I don't fucking know, 2 years, Freddie Soto offered me the driving job in the van. It was 15 hours a week. And I'm at the store mingling and shit. I was already a regular. So I wasn't doing it to be in anybody's ass. I was already in. I was just looking for something to do in the daytime. And it paid, I don't know, $10 an hour or whatever, 12 an hour. You went to the bank, you made deposits, you picked up lumber at the fucking hardware store in Beverly Hills, and you picked up a tongue sandwich from Mitzi Shore, God rest her soul. That was your job. From 12 to 5 or from 10 to 5, that was your job on Friday. And then you got paid and you went to La Jolla, or you went and you did a Friday night gig somewhere. And then Freddie didn't want the hosting gig. So he's like, Joey, you want it pays $25. And I'm like, which one? The fucking 10 to close. That's when the hitters come in. And I had been doing them every Sunday. And I really wanted to just host on the hitters came in. And dog, that made me a fucking killer. That really did it. At that level, I was headlining, but was I a real headliner? Fuck no. I was just getting $1,200-$1,500 a week. It was a little extra the plane ticket. That's why I was doing it. And I had a manager who booked me at these clubs. I wasn't a headliner. I was a mediocre feature with 28 minutes. I had to stretch now to 45. How bad do you really think I was? Really fucking bad. Unless I improvised and hit the lottery that night. But unless, and that, that's when you did Tuesday through Sunday. So
Wow.
at the time, yeah, you did Tuesday through Sunday. You
That
flew
sounds awesome.
Monday, you did laundry Monday night. You hugged up with your girlfriend, you bought some weed, and you got back on a plane Tuesday morning, G.
Jesus. And I'm sure it gets old, but did you like it for a little bit? Like when you first started doing it, like, fuck, I'm doing all these shows.
Then they added the midnight show on Saturday. And I was the king of those. I loved them. And I remember one time Buffalo added one, the Funny Bone. And you know me, dog, I'm the type of motherfucker. If you got a party and it's going to be good, I'm going to go up there. I actually called the Funny Bone. They're like, stop by. We'll cover your hotel and give you a percentage of the door. I walked in there. It was like Madison Square Garden on a fucking Saturday night. It was like Madison Square Garden because the people would come over from Canada.
Wow.
Come on now, son. It sat like 320 people. They had wings in there. They had fucking all Buffalo shit. It was across the street from a Wegmans, and their wings were even bigger than fucking the comedy club. It was a great experience. So I started doing it. Anytime I was in this area, I would stop in Buffalo on Saturday night, get the hotel room, hang out with the fucking owner, and then he closed the club. The owner robbed the place. He became a gambler, and the rest is history. The Buffalo Funny Bone went down. That's how quick it goes down. So appreciate it while you got it. That's a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a shocking ending. Oh my god! How long ago was this?
This had to be 99, 98. I remember I started there with Steve McGrew. I was Steve McGrew's feature Thanksgiving week. Again, it started Tuesday, Wednesday, and that week we had Thursday off. But Friday became a 5-spot weekend. So from Friday to Sunday, and then we did the midnight show. So as a feature back then, I would make okay money in Buffalo, showing up for one night on Saturday. The owner liked me. I liked him. I liked what he was doing. It just wasn't a show. He put music. He had a DJ. He was already doing that in 98. He was already doing that. The front was a party. There was an after party for the show. He did the midnight show right, you know. But then people just became acts. They would start the midnight show at 12:45. Why have a midnight show? Because the fucking went over his fucking time on purpose because he's a fucking prickhead. So when the 12:45, everybody was doing midnight shows. Then they started at 12:45. You know how long that show lasts? It should last a half hour. It should last a half. That's it. You're not going to hold their attention. They're already 3/4 in the bag. Now you made them wait for 45 minutes outside, whatever. It's raining, it's snowing, it's 90 degrees. You know, how do you think they're going to fucking be? And I'm not predetermining an audience. I don't want you to think I'm doing it, but imagine on a Saturday, you paid for a babysitter, midnight show, you got a hotel room so you could bang her till fucking 6. She's got to go home and mom 3 kids. You know, whatever the story is. Well, I don't know what the story, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reality of it.
I always wondered, because I always thought like going to the late show would be better as like a fan, because I thought like the comic would have more time to like fuck around. But like as a comic, the early shows, I think you're right. Like the first thing when you said midnight shows, like, oh, they're gonna be drunk, like they're gonna be like
hammered.
Really, yeah.
Hammered. It's Saturday night. What the fuck do you think they did? They met at 8 o'clock for dinner, and they started pounding martinis. And after dessert came, they started doing lines of coke because you can't control yourself. You tell yourself, I'm going to hold on to it till the comic almost gets off. That's never going to happen. So now you're chatty.
Right.
Now you give some to your girlfriend, and she gives some to your girlfriend, and now 3 people out of 6 are chit-chatting at the fucking table. So trust me, I've gone through all this shit. That's why you don't see too many midnight shows anymore. They just finally said it's a recipe for destruction. It became, I don't like starting a show late like that. Okay, listen, we got to start at 12:10. I can live with that. 12:45. I want my money back. Come on, man. 12:45. That means I'm not.
People will leave.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a cocktail till 1. I used to do those in Miami, dog, and I learned rough comedy at midnight. But I also told them, if I feature, I'm only doing 20 minutes. What do you mean, dog? The attention span. You're just killing yourself to live. They're really here to see the headliner. They're really here to see the headliner. The place is sold out, not because I'm headlining, but because whoever it is headlining. Let him do 45. I do 15. The MC does 10, and we get the fuck out of here. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Yeah. And now the natives won't be restless. And we could do what the fuck we do. So, yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be down for. I don't know if this is it. And I've been enjoying it. I live in the basement pretty much. I can't even go upstairs to my bed.
No, you don't go upstairs.
No, I can't go up 2 flights of stairs. There's no fucking way. I'll break the fuck. It's just too painful. I have to take a shot. I have to take a bath standing up like a prisoner of war in my living room naked with a towel underneath me. I got to shave.
Prisoner of war.
I had to shave today without a fucking heat shower. Are you fucking kidding me? I had to shave like fucking raw, like prison shower. When I do that shit, I always think of prison. Like, you got to shave fucking without it. You can't shave in the shower. Somebody will shave your asshole and fucking stab you 10 times. You got to have your hands close to the culo.
Yeah, I don't think you're shaving in prison, are you?
No. You grow a beard, look like Ari. Yeah, you fucking shave in prison.
Well, I mean, like your face, but like I'm not like you're like the rest of your body.
Oh, let me tell you something. You put a razor to your balls, 99 to 1 odds, you're going down in a fucking in the men's something. They're just gonna find you mangled to death with a fucking ball in your mouth with an apple that says I love sandals. You won't be hearing from him no more.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh yeah. You go in that shower and fight. It's like that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street when the guy's cleaning out his fish tank and the crazy guy takes the fish out and eats it. And then they throw the guy out. Get the fuck out. They throw the guy out. Listen, in prison, if you even pull that shit, like you go in the shower with a manscape, within 8 minutes, that's it. You're going to get gang raped and they're just going to stab you and they're going to do it for you. You got 16 years anyway. You're shaving your balls. It ain't going to last for you.
Holy shit.
If you're in prison, you got to stay primitive. Hairy armpits, your eyebrows got to go fucked up. You don't brush your teeth.
That's what I thought.
Huh?
That's what I thought. That's why I was like,
I can't not brush my teeth.
Well, you have to brush your teeth.
You got to brush your teeth. But you got to be primitive. You got to be ready to bite a motherfucker. That's another weapon. I bit that motherfucker and I didn't brush my teeth for 89 days. Something's going to happen to him.
That's quite a quote.
Are you kidding me? I'm eating sardines and shit. I got shit growing in my mouth. I'm eating sushi at night. You want to fuck with me? I'll bite you in the fucking neck. You'll go down in like 24 hours. It's not going to kill you immediately, like a snake biting you in the neck and shooting that poison that makes you foam from the mouth. But
what?
I don't know. What you bought? The edibles have kicked in. The chocolate's kicked in.
Yes, they have. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot you took more. Jesus Christ.
Another 600. It's Tuesday. I don't have to see the doctor till Wednesday.
Well, I'm glad it helps with your.
It's a Zoom meeting with the doctor. It's telehealth. What do you think you're dealing with, Joy Bananas?
I actually I was wondering your opinion on something.
Hit me. Hold on.
Like what?
Okay, for this. Wow. That sounds like fucking Willie Cologne's trombone, that one. Anyway, go ahead.
Are you in your living room? Where are you?
In the basement, I'm telling you. Nobody can hear this. They're hiding my dog upstairs. They got the soundproof room up there. They don't want Mercy to hear anything of it. The cat was here for a little while. That's the first time I had a real live animal in the studio. The cat was here chilling. She just left about 7 minutes ago.
I didn't know she was there. That's funny.
You bet anything this week? Did you lose any money?
No, I actually won too. But...
Say what you were gonna say. I'm sorry. You had something.
Oh, okay. I could talk about betting too, but I was wondering what your opinion on work from home is. Like, because I was talking with somebody and he was saying he's got his job switched to work from home and it's driving him nuts a little bit, not going into the office. And I've been doing it for 2 years and it's,
Listen,
I have opinions.
If I tell you that I'm giving you a job and you could stay at home and not wash your feet and be in your underwear till 5 o'clock, a little motherfucking hermit like yourself will take the job because you actually enjoy being home. You actually, you told me you didn't like going into the office when I used to make you edit. All the jobs were at night anyway. Can you imagine having a night job editing out of your house?
No.
With your TV on,
Oh yeah.
your refrigerator, your food, you're prepared. You're going to be up all night. If you want to do something and take a nap for 35 minutes, you can. So the problem with, listen, when COVID came and people fell in love with the idea of working from home. Who wouldn't? Who fucking wouldn't? You know, I could see if I worked 10 minutes from here. But could you imagine if you lived where I lived and had to get into the city every day by 7:30 in the morning? You got to leave here at 5 in the fucking morning in the dead of the winter and land in fucking Port Authority. And God knows what could happen to you at 5 in the fucking morning outside of Port Authority. And then you have to walk some more to your job or whatever. So, what was the question?
Like what you thought about work from home.
So, then they offer you fucking working from home. And it's pretty fucking cool, but I really don't know what you're doing. And a couple of years ago, I remember you and I discussing this, that they did like a survey of how much people really work from their job, about like 2015. I remember discussing this with somebody. They did a survey of how much IT people who work in offices actually work. In an 8-hour day, they work like 3.5 hours because there's too much shit to fidget around with. So my point is, if that could happen to you in an office, what's going to happen to you at home when your girlfriend just came out of the shower and she walks past you with a thong on and no top on to pour coffee? You're going to pull that Zoom wire. The wires are going down. Mayday, mayday. You're pulling that wire. You know, so I know if I'm a business owner, do I want people working from home 5 days a week? I don't see these people. Listen, if I was doing powder in my day and you gave me a day job in the house, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me with it? That's half the party right there. I don't have to get up in the morning. I just got to go on the computer and go, you know what? My camera's not working, and hit the blackout. And I could talk to you, do coke like fucking, what's his name? The dude from Wolf on Wall Street, Benicio del Toro, whatever his fucking name is. I don't know.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever his fucking name is.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those names. Fucking Giovanni, whatever his fucking name is. Giovanni Giannini. Why'd you give him one name for and confuse the fuck out of me? Giovanni Giannini and shit. So I think that if the employee is, I think that, what the fuck are you laughing about here?
I forgot what we were talking about.
Like, I trust you. If I own a top 500 company and I had to pay you $250 and you were the backbone of the operation, and you said to me, I'd rather work from home. I got a kid and a daughter and my wife's pregnant. I trust you. I'm going to go over there one time. I want to look at your operation. I want to make sure the refrigerator is not next to you. And I'm going to give you like a few books on organizing. So, you know, this is great for people. You know, Joey, I always thought about joining a fucking yoga class. There's one at 10 o'clock. So that means now after you put your kid on the bus, you could run in and work from 8 to 9:30. Get the morning started, send out your emails, go to your yoga class, stop for a smoothie, come back. There's no kids around. So now you go straight till 3 o'clock. Right? You can go straight till 3, 4, whenever the babysitter picks them up, whenever the fuck you need to pick them up. So now we know we have an understanding. You're going to work 8 to 3, 5 days a week, and 3 days you're going to work 8 to 9:30 and whatever. So you can go to yoga. I could live with that, Lee. I could live with that. We timed your day out. You have a great schedule. When you come back, I'd rather you go to yoga at 10. You know why? Because whatever problems you got in the morning, you could work out your brain during yoga. So when you come back, I'm going to get better time out of you. You're going to be better mentally prepared. You're not going to have any days. The edible I gave you last night is going to be out because you sweat it all out at yoga. even if you just go to regular yoga. You understand my point here? Whether it's yoga, karate, lifting weights, if you want to play one of those fucking swords with a mask on, I want you to get out because you're going to be stale to me at 12:30. I know this. I know this. You're going to be stale the same way I would be stale. I know when I get up in the morning, I want to fucking leave the house, run out of here naked and run through the bushes for 3 minutes and then walk back with my fucking earphones on and listen to the music, you know. And then I want to do some work because I planned out my day in that little exercise movement. When I walk the neighborhood for 20 minutes in the morning, I have a way better day, Lee. And then I do what I got to do, and I stop at the gym or I go to jiu-jitsu. Whenever I take that 20-minute walk, I have a way better day. So,
And like, mentally, you have a better day.
yes.
And what made like? How did you just figure out that was the difference maker? Like,
I
you
think
just re-
we're human beings. We're getting a lot of fucking shit thrown at us. Now you go into a job at 8 o'clock and the world's falling apart. The UPS driver got a flat, so he's running late. Fucking the artwork is running late. This guy didn't show up to work because he got arrested last night. And now you got to deal with all this by 10 o'clock. With all the shit that's getting into your mind, now you need this at your job. How are you going to be the rest of the day? If I let you take a breather at 10 o'clock, because I trust you and you trust me, we'll switch it up. I'll come in 3 days a week and cover your shift. You come in Tuesday and Thursday and cover mine. And at least you get out. You're not in the fucking house for 8 hours. I don't know anybody that should be in a house from 8 to 4 working for anybody. That's just my opinion, because I can't do it. That's like being in prison. You want to be in prison?
I think that's what a lot of people are doing. Like and I like my job, but mine's 8 to 5.
Well,
It is a lot of
listen,
time.
America gives you all these survey numbers all the time. And I think sometimes they pull the numbers out of their ass. I'm no fucking major league economist. But I think any smart person will tell you. You're trying to, as an employer, I'm trying to get the best Lee I can. I'm trying to get the best Lee I can. So do I think personally I want to keep Lee in the house in underwear and a fucking nice plaid jacket on from fucking 9 to 3 without getting a dose of sunlight? You want to stay in the 8 to 10 and go for a walk for an hour and come back at 12, eat a sandwich and get back on the computer? I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, they definitely talk about that, especially. I mean, it's something I was doing a lot of, and I definitely I would agree. It actually makes a lot of sense.
Now let's say you have to work and your wife is home. I love my wife. When I do these, I don't want her lurking. So now you have to work in the mornings and she's in the other room. Lee, you never told me about that wedding on December 26th. Meanwhile, you got some guy from some podcast company. You got another guy on hold. You got a Zoom. His camera went out. And she wants to know if you go to the wedding on November 26th. Hold on. Let me get the fucking gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. I need this right now. December 26th. So there's so many distractions at the house. That's the other thing. So it all depends. It all depends what you could do. That's my opinion on it. Listen, me, I want to work at the house, but guess what? I'm not sitting here all fucking day. So let me get skedoodle out of here. Let me catch jiu-jitsu from 12 to 1, 3 times a week. And after that, I won't break your balls. But Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to be the best fucking Joey Diaz you'll ever see because I got peace of mind from going to jiu-jitsu. I want you to do something. I don't want you to sit in the desk, no vitamin fucking D, eating processed food, hunched over. I'm just going to get an employee. You know, I don't want that either. Everybody always says, you know, I'm concerned about you, Lee. Well, then help me. Don't bring 22 cheeseburgers to my house. And it's just so weird. Everybody wants to fucking help you. But that's just my opinion, Lee. I'm a married man. I got a kid in here. I couldn't imagine having to do work in my back office with Mercy lurking around.
Right. It's different, but when there's like school versus no school, like the summer is definitely different. But you were asking me about gambling too.
How'd you do this weekend, Tarzan?
I actually won 2 bets.
Bum, ba-da-bum. Captain Chaos.
I won like $55. I went to the casino twice. I played blackjack. It was fun.
At the casino or online?
At the casino. They don't have it on the app in Massachusetts.
Be like you, for example. I know you, and I know you love walking to a casino.
Oh, yeah.
Seen you in a casino, and I've seen your whole mood chill, and you're very excited, and it's the first time your feet don't hurt, or you're just free in a casino. You know what I'm saying? You're like a gay dude on Gay Pride. You're just roaming the street, jumping up and down with no bikini on. So, like DraftKings Casino, any casino,
Mm-hmm.
you like it, but not really.
I like it, but it's I like being in person. Because I love playing cards. I will play cards. It's always fun to play cards.
Me, on the other hand, I would love to go and play fucking slots and maybe play a dollar table with blackjack with you. But then I think about the drive to AC, parking, walking down there. Am I going to get mugged on the way out? Am I going to get hit in the head when I get my car? I mean, and it's a lot of fucking walking down there. So you better bring your roller skates, bitch. So I can't do any of that shit. So I love doing what I got to do. And my 11:30 little break is doing a little DraftKings casino. I'll do that before I have to go to jiu-jitsu. I'll give myself a 15-minute window and fucking have a good time by myself there.
Oh, I love when I visit Jersey.
And then the rest of the day, I'm off. I don't have to do dick. I don't have to gamble. I don't know who I'm going to bet tonight. I have no idea. It's Buffalo against somebody. I have no idea. But it's Monday night. You never know what's going to happen. Everybody's saying that Buffalo hasn't covered the last 4 weeks or the last 4 primetime games. I'm not into none of those stats anyways. So you look at it, you see what you like, and take your chances, shorty. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
How do you feel about your comedy lately, Lee? Do you feel a growth?
I do. It's weird.
Confidence?
It was very strange. I had like one of the best and one of like the worst sets of my life, like back to back, which was fun. But I feel like I am getting a lot better. Like, and that's what you said, because I called you and I was like, I asked you a question and we were talking about hosting, and you're like, well, when you're ready to feature, well, you'll feature. I'm like, well, I feel like I am a pretty good feature. Like, I honestly do feel like I can do a very good feature job, but hosting, which is very different. So like I'm as good as I feel like I'm doing in some ways. I'm like, I found out I'm not doing very well in others.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, if I was managing you with a plan, right now, I would keep you out of the A rooms as a feature. And if they wanted to MC you, I would keep you emceeing in there and get them to fall in love with Lee.
Even though I don't think I'm that good of a host?
Nope. Yeah. Because they're not really worried. They're going to watch you. You're likable. You don't drink. You don't cause no problems. You get some laughs up there. You get along with the feature. You're on time. There's so many other things they really look at. And then you get a credit. You get a credit. And all of a sudden, boom, there you are. Right now, the love you're going to get, 85% of, is from B-room featuring. They're going to fucking put you on instantly. Right now, A-room featuring, first of all, the truth of the matter is headliners bring their own features. So why compete with something that you're going to get frustrated over? Nothing you can
Right.
do. You go to the Comedy Store every fucking night and stand there and wait for Mitzi Shore to plead your case. She made her decision. Get the fuck out of here. Disappear for a year. Dye your hair purple. Write some material and stop your whining. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? The attitude I came from?
Right.
So you fucking go to those B rooms. You pick up 20 weeks of fucking work in those B rooms. I like to connect you with somebody. It's one of those guys where he did some good stuff for me. Never any good money. Always got me gigs, but there was always a by the way. It was always $50 different. There was no hotel, and I wouldn't get to no hotels till I just drove 6 hours. And I was pulling my fucking luggage out of the back, and they're like, "Oh, there's no hotel here tonight. Where's the hotel?
That's
You got to drive 90 miles that way to get out." What are you talking about? I'm in there doing doubles. It never dawned on you. I'm in there snorting fucking bazooka hits in the bathroom. It never dawned on you. You used to tap me on the shoulder and say, "Do you have a ride home?" There was just so many. One night in Baltimore stands out where I got there and I go, "We never got a hotel in the club owner. There ain't no hotel here." He knew that. And I asked the feature, "What are you going to do?" She goes, "Well, I date a guy that lives down here." I'm like, fuck. And that was one of those gigs where, "Oh, yeah, you didn't get paid? He'll pay you on Monday." So here I am in fucking Baltimore with the small 20 in my pocket, a half a joint, and 4 cigarettes. You're not going to pay me, and fucking there's no hotel room. So I thought of hooking him up with you, but I can't. It's not worth the aggravation. He got me gigs, but they were never good gigs. I mean, this guy got me a gig one time on a bus, and I went and did it just for the.
I would do a bus.
I did it for the small. It was $75.
That's a lot.
$75. I had to be there at 7 a.m. and go back and forth to New York like 2 or 3 times.
Oh shit! Okay, I thought it was for one spot.
No, must I tell you the results of doing comedy on the bus when you're stuck in traffic? They're shooting that suicide smoke when you're going under the tunnel. People are fucking breathing heavy. You're up there. Listen, I just came back from Nebraska. Listen, that's the last thing they want to hear. They're headed to the Disney fucking mall to jump up and down with the other fucking momos. Who goes to New York? Yeah, we're going to go to Disney. What the fuck Disney? You go to New York to finger a tranny. You go to New York to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off.
Oh my god! And you had to do it 3 times.
Where?
The bus.
Let me ask you something. Does it fucking matter?
I don't know.
We went 4 times. We were out of there like by 1 o'clock. And then they said you're going to get paid afterward. And then there was a by the way to that. And then fucking, we never got an envelope from that. I forget
That is kind of like,
I forget it was a female comic who put the gig together. And this book of fucking got it all done. And we never got a dime from it. So what are you going to do?
okay.
Those are the lessons you learn from comedy. But you know what? Nah, it's not worth the aggravation. You do better doing other things. Great. You want to come say hello to people out there in Podcastville? She doesn't give a Frenchman's fuck about the camp. But she's been tremendous. I had to sleep down here on Friday night, guys.
Jesus.
I don't like sleeping on a fucking recliner.
No, it sucks.
Those edibles. I did a couple bong hits. I did the fucking pain medication they gave me. I sat on this couch, and within like 10 minutes, I had to put my fucking whoop thing to tell them I'm going to sleep. I got up like at 4 to pee. I pee in my little bottle. I hide it behind the bong. And then I fucking get up like at 7. and I pee again. And like I said, since fucking Friday morning, let me see. No, since Friday night is when I started sleeping down here. Since fucking Saturday, I've been down here, guys, watching old shit on fucking Hulu, reading stuff on the computer, trying to learn about the ankle, how I can help recover it. I'm fucking hitting it with a fucking massage gun. I put it in Epsom salt. My wife's been great, so it's going to be I thought I'd be tip-top Magoo by tomorrow. I'd be doing ballet. Doesn't look that way, guys. So I'm fucking locked for a few days.
Is that what they say? They just need rest and like rehab? Is that all you need?
That's it. They'll decide in 2 weeks if I have to go for physical therapy.
Fuck.
So I'm sorry about the tour I had to cancel. Havana Nights in Mambo. I was doing my little Mambo presentation next year. Tickets.
I heard about that.
You heard you were going to be the opening comedian.
Oh,
you got to wear a tuxedo. I was going to surprise you on Christmas with a checky poo, a contract, and we were going to start the tour February fucking, I forget what the last Friday in February. We're going to go to 2 towns every weekend for 8 weeks. I was going to bring a DJ with me, TJ English, and you would be the opening MC with a tuxedo. We'd have to give you a couple of words to say in English, in Spanish. By that time, we don't know where the war is going to be, so you have to lose the beard so you could travel with us under the fucking alias. He's not Jewish, he's Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Let me pasaporte, please. And we'll get you a little passport, Jose Mendez or something. I will send you to LA to that park. What's that park by fucking Langers?
not Griffith. It's
The dangerous one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Across the street, you ask for a dude named fucking Camacho, Blanco, Camacho, something with a C. And you got everything. Brand new fucking, he gives you everything. A prescription for your new glasses. He's got everything. One-stop shopping. I think it's $1,500. For $2,000, he gives you a lottery ticket for the $1,000 Mexican lottery and shit. If you win like $800,000. He takes 8%, 10%. You walk out of there with $720,000, and you're all tuned up. Who's better than you on a fucking Sunday?
I love it.
Where's
so,
your show?
So I have to change my identity, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Just in case things get dangerous.
Why are things going to get dangerous?
Huh?
Why are things going to get dangerous?
Listen, right now, with things are going on, you don't know what direction, where the coin's going to land there. And it could happen whenever. So just pray and keep your thoughts pure. And that's it, cocksucker. Take care of yourself and make sure you do your spots and know how many sets you did every week and what your goal is every fucking month. That's the most important thing. You know, when you're doing 8 sets a week, 6 sets a week, I can't have you sweating 1 set. One of the biggest pain right now, this is happening to you. Great, come over here and say hello to the people on television land. What do you think of Zombo? You know, you look, when you were telling me the story, I thought about going like in 99, 2000, going to Houston for the weekend. Somebody would fall out and Pete would put me in there, or Mark Babbitt. And it was shit money, but they put me in a hotel. They take me to dinner a couple times. I bought some blow when I was there. It was a nice little weekend, you know. And guess what? You kicked ass all 5 fucking shows. You didn't sell out. You sold out 1 show on Saturday. In those days, you know, even if you were canceled, you could sell out the Saturday night there. It was a comedy town. It was a comedy fucking place. And here you are, kicking ass. Thursday night, 2 shows Friday, 2 Saturday, but you got something on Monday, so you leave Sunday, and you go to the Comedy Store popping. You just had 5 great sets in Houston. The same fucking material. You take your 30-minute set that was on fire, or your 45-minute set, and you cut it down to 19. I know, Mitzi gives you 20 minutes. You want to cut it to 18 just to see how the weekends, and then you could start writing something else. So this is going to be your best set of the week. They bring you up. This guy's great. He just did this. Coming to the stage, Lee Syatt. You're pumped from the 5 fucking shows you just did in Houston, Texas. You go in the original room, and not one of your jokes work. Think how you feel then. This is going to happen forever.
Feel awful. And it doesn't make any sense.
It makes a ton of sense. We set out we send out the urge. We send out the energy of, you know what I'm saying? Like I just came back and killed in fucking Tallahassee. This is a bum club in fucking Worcester. And obviously you're sending out that message and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. It's just an energy that you had. You just destroyed a weekend. You just got a standing ovation on Friday night. And here you are Saturday with the same material. And that's when I started analyzing clothes. Maybe I snorted coke on Friday night. My energy was, yeah, that's when because you're going to keep, listen, I always bombed on Saturday night when I first started headline. And at that time, people would say to me, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. And I started believing that until one day I said, you know what? I'm not everybody. That mentality's got to stop. Oh, you're going to eat it on Friday nights. It's all college students and they don't laugh. That mentality has to stop. So I started booking those rooms on purpose just to overcome that shit. Oh, fucking, this big name came here on a Thursday and ate a bag of dicks. I mean, he was having a bad night that night. I don't give a fuck about this. This is a whole new night with a whole new fucking set of rules. And you go up there with that attitude. But when you're young, listen, I was doing comedy 10 years and I had hair on my balls. I wasn't young, but comedy-wise, I was in it for 10 years. I remember 3 times. I remember vividly times I just came back on the road from Joe Rogan, working at a fucking Cobb's sellout, added shows. Not even Cobb's. I don't want to say Cobb's because I used to die in there too. I don't know. I don't know what club. I just came back with Rogan from somewhere. And now I go to the comedy store and I'm like, fuck, this is going to be easy tonight. And you die. And you get off the stage and you buy 2 bags of Coke. And you try to figure out what happened. And yeah, the inside of you wants to say it's the audience. But at the end, the one thing about this podcast I stress with you and I stress with young comics that are getting into this is we got to blame ourselves. I don't want you to blame the air conditioner. I don't want you to blame the Boston Celtic game was on till 10:30 and then they wanted to keep it on with the pool tables. That happens everywhere, guys. And if you start making excuses now, you're going to get tangled up in them. Go up there and do your best. Make sure you write the set down. Make sure you write down what you did and be honest with yourself at night. Did you really fucking kill or did you really fucking bomb? Don't tell me every night if I check your notebook that you killed. I want to see that, you know what, my first 4 minutes were good, then something happened. I'll view the tape and get back to you. And then I want to see a different pen writing in there with different handwriting. You know why I want to see that? Because I didn't do that, and I wish I would have.
Like went back and listened to your set and commented?
Yeah. I fucking hate looking at myself. The last thing I want to do, oh my God, you're looking Chinese and you're looking like Mr. Fuji. I got to end
really? Well, no.
Those edibles are backfiring.
They are, but we both forgot what we were talking about. Did you were talking about you had a tour to come back to do stand up?
You what?
You said were you fucking around or was that real?
What?
You said you had a tour. You were gonna go do stand up again.
Lee, have you lost your mind? Go bang it against the wall. Will you 10 times? We weren't going nowhere. That was a fake commercial. Just
I don't know. I felt bad. We both forgot what we were talking about. I thought you were announcing you were coming back.
No. We're talking about fucking doing spots and eating a bag of dick and trying to figure out the blame and knowing that you have percentages going against you. knowing that, listen, I hate Sunday nights. So what did I
Right.
do? I started going out on Sunday nights locally. I'm not staying in your fucking town for a Sunday. But if I'm not going to do a spot in your fucking town, I'm definitely going back to LA to a spot. That was my
Right.
personal rule, to see if everything worked, everything balanced itself out. And you know what? I got better as time went on. So don't judge your career on one fucking set. Don't say to yourself, I was doing great till then. Listen, you're going to have these every fucking week. It's like me. 2 weeks ago, I had pneumonia. Now I fucking fell and pulled my ligaments. Who explains this shit, Joey? You're not even looking to fucking, I get you. You think I want to be sitting on a fucking chair for 3 days? But this is what happens, my brother. So where
I
you
hope you feel
perform?
better.
I know. I'm going to feel good. Don't worry about nothing.
I actually have about, since we only talk about the upcoming week, I don't have any upcoming shows for a little over a week.
For this coming week, you have just open mics.
There's open mics this week. Yep.
That's a show in my world.
So
I know
have
you.
one.
I know you're not opening up for Rodney Thursday night in Chatham. I know this. But in our world right now, for where we're doing what we're trying to do here, where are your spots at this week?
They'll be at Ralph's in Worcester on Tuesday. And then Wednesday night, I'll probably be at Rick's and Woonsocket and the Black Zone in Worcester. Thursday, there's the Hotel Vernon in Worcester.
Well,
So
I'm very proud of you, brother. You're working it. I'm watching you. We're like a management team here. We're trying to help each other. So it's great to see you doing this, Lee. It really is. It inspires the hell out of me. Not to do a mumbo tour with you, but just to see you fucking do your thing. And you believe, gentlemen, he believed I was going to do a mambo. Like at that point that he goes, what instrument are you playing? Are you dancing? Like, how you going to do the tour if your leg's not healed? He just sat there like Johnny Chinese looking at me. I swear to God, for a couple minutes there, you look like fucking the dude from Karate Kid, the first one. I swear to God, I was hallucinating. I don't know what happened. But anyway, thank you very much, Lee. I'll see you next Tuesday, next same bat time, same bat channel. And that's it. Now, for a word from my motherfucking sponsors. Listen, if you want to get it on, you're going to have to get it up, all right? And BlueChew can help you. Joey, it's a Tuesday morning. Why are you starting with this? Because listen, it's the holiday season. You want to get Santa Claus ready to give out yum-yums. Listen, for you people who don't know, BlueChew, it's an online service that delivers ED medication right to your door. It's got the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra at a fraction of the cost. How much do I love BlueChew? Tremendously, and I'll tell you why. It's easy to sign up. It's convenient. They come individually wrapped in a little package. You put it on your wallet. By the time you use it, it's probably melted, but who cares? You swallow that thing, and within minutes, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah. Like I said, you're like Santa Claus giving out yum-yums. I love BlueChew because it's easy to get started. Sign up at BlueChew.com and tell one of their licensed medical providers about what's going on with you. And once you get approved, bang, you get your prescription in a few days. Just like that, everything is done online, so you can skip all the waiting in the doctor's office and stupid questions and insurance information. Da, 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 da. We don't need that in our lives. And it gets delivered right to your door. Nobody knows nothing, not even the mailman. BlueChew wants to help you have better sex. It's the holiday season. Who doesn't want a sling dick with 3 hands? Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and then do it. Yeah! As a special deal for check-in listeners, get ready for this. Try BlueChew free. Joey, it's Tuesday morning. Don't bust my chop. It's for free, Jack. BlueChew free when you use promo code Joey, Joey at checkout. Just pay the fin. That's $5 for shipping. That's it. That's BlueChew.com. promo code Joey to receive your first month free. And nobody knows nothing, not even the mailman. All right. You ready for this one? Babbel. I love these people. Como esta? Stop wasting your time. Other language learning apps are basically just games and teach you nothing. If you want to be fluent in a new language, you got to use Babbel. Babbel. Why? Number one, you should know another language. It just makes you smarter. It makes you more analytical. You learn, and Babbel's 10-minute lessons will get you speaking a whole new language in just 3 weeks. ¿Cómo fue? No sé decirte. ¿Cómo fue? Da, 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 da. You too could be singing some Benny Murray. It's tremendous. It's easy to sign up. Babbel's tips and tools are accessible, approachable, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. That's tremendous right there. Studies even show that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to an entire semester of college language course. Here's a special limited time deal for you guys. The check-in listeners, we're going to get you started right now. Get ready for this? 55% off, not half off, 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for check-in listeners when you download Babbel and use code Joey, Joey. That's 55. Who gives you 55% off? Babbel.com/Joey. Spelled Babbel, Babbel.com/Joey. Rules and restrictions apply. And, oh my God, look at this. Guess who came out for the holidays? Liquid IV. Oh my God, guys, you got to taste the sugar-free peach. Forget about it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You're going to be putting food in your mouth between the travel and hosting the family dinner and shopping. Guess what? You got to keep yourself hydrated with Liquid IV, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. No matter when you're up to it, Liquid IV will keep you hydrated. Liquid IV hydrates twice as fast as regular water alone. Twice as fast. Liquid IV is now available in 3 sugar-free flavors. You ready? White peach, tremendous. Green grape, tremendous. Lemon lime, I haven't tried it yet. With no artificial sweeteners in it, just got an amazing flavor without the gross bitter aftertaste. Listen, you guys know me. I love Liquid IV. I drink it every day in the morning to get the party started, to take the malukia juice out of my head, and it works perfectly. You know why? It's gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. It has no GMOs. Liquid IV is an amazing addition to your hydration routine, whatever it may be. So do me a favor. Grab your Liquid IV hydration multiplier, sugar-free, in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Joey. Listen, this is 20% off Liquid IV. Trust me, this is gold. That's 20% off anything you order. When you shop Better Hydration today, use promo code Joey at liquidiv.com. Enough. Joey, hit me with the show, baby boy.